August the 23rd. A little bit of rain. A little bit of rain when I was sleeping a little bit. I heard this morning when I got up. Woke me up, I don't know, about an hour or so ago. Hour and a half ago. It looks like that shower has passed. So I decided to come on outside in nature again, y'all. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. I'm doing good. Got a good night's rest. Actually got slept a little bit later than I wanted to, about an hour, overslept by an hour, but no worries. Everything's going to be good and everything's going to work out. Everything is as it should be. Not going to stress about that. I am working today, but it's not really going to affect things too much. Just got to move a little quicker with some of my morning stuff I got to do today before I get started today. So happy that the Clemson students are back. My money's actually better when they're in school than when it is when they're out of school, for my Uber and DoorDash and things like that. So without further ado, y'all, we're going to go and get started. I want to officially welcome y'all to the Daily Reader podcast on the Tony's Journey YouTube channel, where we read from a daily reader or a devotional, and we learn tools and principles, including but not limited to prayer, meditation, and breath work that help us to stay more present and to live better lives. We meet on here regularly, Tuesday through Thursdays at 7 a.m. and Friday through Mondays at 10:30 a.m. and that's Eastern time. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to this channel for content and podcast episodes. So go ahead and find a stopping point if you're doing anything right now, and get somewhere where you can be comfortable, that's safe, where you can relax for the next 10 minutes or so as we do our relaxation portion of the podcast. And I'll give y'all a minute or so to get there before we get rolling here. Show y'all a little bit of my view this morning. Crepe myrtle trees up here. And my rebounder. And actually have if you look closely, there's a little fire pit right there. And there is I've been trying to grow this thing for a couple years. These things are slow growing, it looks like. But yeah, it's a palm tree. I planted out here. Beautiful view, y'all. All right, so go ahead and if you're comfortable, if it's comfortable for you to do so, go ahead and close your eyes and just take some slow, deep breaths, breathing in your nose and out your mouth this morning. This allows us to focus on your breath as you're breathing. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do that. Let's focus on the sounds of nature. Since we're out in nature this morning, all the birds, bugs. Let's just listen to that. Car going by. Anything that's in your reality right now, that you can even hear. It's your home. But probably better just to focus on this video since I have everything. If you got the volume up loud enough or you got earplugs in or headphones on, you'll be able to hear everything in mine anyway. So just focus there. And just forget about yesterday's regrets, tomorrow's worries, and just be here now. Because this is the only time that we have right now. There's no tomorrow, there's no yesterday. It's already gone or it hasn't came yet. And just continue breathing. And with every breath, feel yourself getting more and more relaxed. Had a friend of mine yesterday or day before tell me that he noticed I seemed a bit more calm. And I did start a new ADHD medicine a couple weeks ago. But also, I think it's because of because this daily practice of meditation allows it trains the brain to be more relaxed, be present, and be calm. So it's a little bit of both, I think. Which I absolutely hate getting on pharmaceutical medicines and drugs. I only take one. Continue breathing. I'm gonna hold that for a little bit later. We'll talk about it. Stay focused here in the moment. Y'all can see my monkey mind took over. Mind, really, I call the mind. It's part of the mind. It's called the monkey mind. The ego or the self that takes over sometimes. Egoic self. Different names for it, whatever you choose to call it. So let your jaw relax. Let your mouth part open a little bit. Lips part open. And relax all the tension in the muscles in the body as well. Just release them. Everything's okay in this moment. There's nothing to do and there's nothing left undone. I'm not saying you don't have things you need to do later, but I'm saying in this present moment that we're in right now. And we're going to do one more breath here. Then we're going to do the acceptance prayer today. For this last breath, take it in real deep, deep as you can, breathing in through your nose. And then exhale audibly, releasing any other tension you might be holding on to. And prayer. Acceptance is the answer to all of my problems today. When I am disturbed, it is because I find some person, place, thing, or situation, some fact of my life unacceptable to me, and I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, thing, or situation being exactly the way it is supposed to be in this moment. Nothing, absolutely nothing happens in God's world by mistake. Till I could accept my addiction, negative negative emotions, sick thinking, etc., whatever else you want to put in there. Um, Myself, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister. I could not stay sober unless I accept life completely on life's terms. I cannot be happy. I need to concentrate not so much on not so much on what needs to be changed in the world as what needs to be changed in me and my attitudes. Y'all, I love that prayer. I love it. It is really it really makes things a whole lot more peaceful in my life. I'm not saying it's easy, y'all. It's not easy, but it's simple. It's real simple. So if you can just grasp just a little bit of it at a time, promise you, you'll do that and you'll start embodying it and living it. It'll really help you as much as it has me. Uh, I'm not saying I'm perfect. Some days I don't. Some days I don't have acceptance. Some days I'm fighting tooth and nail with reality, trying to get things to be my way. Uh, and so, sometimes that works, sometimes it don't. Uh, right? But more times probably that it doesn't than it does. So I just have to finally eventually just let go. When I've had enough, usually I let go. Had enough fighting, which I try to not to fight. I try not to fight or fuss with anybody, to be honest with you. Do the best I can there. But when it says sober, y'all, it doesn't mean you have to be a drug addict, an alcoholic, or anything like that. Sobriety can mean emotional sobriety, right? There's a variety of things that it could mean. So if you're here, uh, you're in the right place. Just know that. And I really appreciate you being here. Those of you that just came on, we're getting started, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and start the reading here. This August the 23rd. Uh, let's see. We're adjusting here on my. I think we're good. We're good here, I believe. So, you know what? A little bit that way. Okay. All right. Being a sponsor has been an important part of my recovery from growing up with addiction. In fact, as a sponsor, I never give as much as I get. For example, seeing a spouse blossom in the sunshine of encouraging words shows me the importance of being gentle with myself and gives me an opportunity to practice the comfort giving spoken of in tradition 5. When I have the privilege of hearing the secret a sponsee expected to carry in silence for an entire lifetime, I am reminding of how how relieved I was to finally lay down the burden of my secrets with my sponsor. Conversations in person or over the phone with sponsees often generate laughter, reminding both of us that our tragedies have elements of exaggerated comedy as well. When a sponsee whom I have seen grow in leaps and bounds shares discouragement over seemingly slow progress, I become open to the possibility that my own discouragement may be a case of distorted thinking or sick thinking, y'all, is what I call it, rather than actual lack of growth. Uh, Thought for the day: in becoming a sponsor, I cultivate a listening heart for others as well as for myself. The interchange between sponsor and sponsored is a form of communication that will nourish both of you. And that's from the book Sponsorship: What It's All About, page 11. Hmm. I'm not a sponsor. I haven't sponsored anybody yet. Uh, so I can't speak, really can't speak much on this. I do have people that ask me for advice and for suggestions sometimes, though, and I do help them, with the knowledge that I have of the steps. Uh, but I will say this. So what stood out to me that I can relate to in this reading is I become open to the possibility that my own discouragement may be a case of distorted thinking rather than actual lack of growth. So in my experience, y'all, it's challenging sometimes to see our growth. People usually see it from the outside instead of us seeing it uh, in ourselves. Uh, but uh, so that's been my kind of my thing is just other people will tell me, like I'll ask them. Sometimes I'll ask, "Hey, you see any change in me in the last year?" Because true change sometimes is it's like that, y'all. Right? When you're really working on yourself, and you're doing a lot. Well, I'm stuck in my own body, in my own head, right? So sometimes that awareness is more challenging to see. Uh, but yeah, so that's pretty much all I had to say, y'all. I do want to mention what I was saying earlier though about my ADHD. I'm gonna go back to that now. So if you just came for the reading, uh, feel free to go ahead and head out now if you don't want to hear this, and we'll talk a couple minutes about prescription medicine I'm on and such for my ADHD. So y'all, I have tried a ton of natural stuff for my ADHD over the years. I've done ashwagandha, I've done bocapa, I've done lion's mane, herbs, uh, a whole host of things. I do meditation. This is a regular thing that I do every single day that we're doing right now. And you know what? It has helped. Everything I've done has helped, but it hasn't really seemed to get me a real good progress with my ADHD. So I decided, temporarily to go on some medication like I did for depression. I was on like 10 or 11 different meds, y'all, over the years for depression and anxiety and panic attacks. And I finally came off of them, y'all. My depression's completely healed. Uh, Several years ago, if y'all have depression, I want to say you're not alone, and you're not the only one suffering, y'all. Sometimes we get in our head and we think we're the only one with this issue. But once you get out and you start getting in some like support groups or 12-step groups, church, you're going to realize there's a lot more people that are similar to you than you think there is, that have similar issues as well. Uh, but you had to get out, y'all. You have to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. You got to not isolate, not keep isolating yourself. And then there's a lot of other people that can relate. So my goal is to do the same thing with my ADHD, y'all, to completely resolve it. Uh, Whether that'll happen or not, I don't know. But I'm going to stick to the possibility that with God, all things are possible, so that it can heal. completely. My next step is to do some brain training. I'm in physical therapy for my left shoulder right now, but once that's finished, I'm planning to go ahead and get in some brain training for my ADHD, probably neurofeedback. That's the one thing I know I've been told in research. I did it for a little while and I did get improvement, but I stopped because I couldn't afford it anymore. Insurance only covers, I think, up to like 20 sessions. So, but my goal is to start that back as soon as my physical therapy's done, and then yeah, hopefully eventually get off my medicine completely, my meds that I'm on right now. So, but yeah, we'll see, and but I'm only on one, so not gonna beat myself up about it. And I have noticed that I have felt a little bit better. I have noticed my focus has gotten a little bit better than it was being on the medicine. So it's definitely helping me. I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. Uh, and before the medicine, the other thing that really helped me the most, I would say, y'all, is probably uh, coffee, caffeinated coffee, and saffron, and mixing that together. I was doing about 50 milligrams of saffron per day, which is a spice. You can look it up. There's been a lot of studies done on it for ADHD and such, focus, memory, things like that, as well as caffeine in coffee. So if you're out there, you got ADHD, just let you know you're not alone either. You're not. There's plenty of other people that have it. No need to beat yourself up. If you want to beat yourself up, hey, you know what, about your depression, your anxiety, your whatever you got, okay, label it whatever you want to label it. I don't like labels because we're so much more than our labels, y'all. We're not just male, female, depressed, uh, panic attack, whatever it is, y'all. So much more to us. We're a spirit. We're a spirit living in a body. My friend says we're a spirit living in a vessel. Uh, so don't let your labels just limit you and get you down on yourself, y'all. Uh, because yeah, they're just so much more. Our personalities, uh, yeah, our personalities are really, really big. Uh, the love we have inside, uh, our true selves, our spirit inside, y'all, is vast. And the kingdom is within, y'all, right? So there's so much more to us than just depressed. Look at your diagnosis: depression, bipolar, PTSD. I don't care what it is. Healing is possible. So don't give up on yourself if you're out there watching this right now. Because I've done it, y'all. I've done it. I healed from my anxiety. I healed from my depression. I healed from my panic attacks. I'm not gonna say I don't have a panic attack if I get on an airplane from time to time or to get over a really, really high bridge. I do from time to time, y'all. I don't know if it's a full attack, but it's definitely a lot of anxiety. Uh, but that was like when I used to have it like on a daily basis, y'all, and I don't have it anymore on a daily basis. I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. Uh, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, y'all, with that. We done went almost 25 minutes. I got a very busy and long day ahead of me, so uh, I hope everybody goes out there. Y'all get out there. Y'all make it a great weekend. Don't just hope it's going to be a great weekend. Make it a great weekend, y'all. Get out there and have some fun. Enjoy yourself. I'm gonna be working. I'm still gonna be having fun and enjoying myself, y'all. So, uh, but look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Uh, Once again, thanks for being here. I'm gonna check the comments real quick, see if there's any chats. No chats right now. So y'all take care. As always, y'all. Peace and love. Be good to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Kind with yourself. And see y'all tomorrow. Bye for now.